where to start. I've got no script. All I know is we're 10 points clear at the top of the championship. And I put it all down to this. Me finally getting to buy one of these. And the first card I get straight out of the packet, Mr. Liam Kitchen. I couldn't believe it. And I said, and then the next card was Middlesbrough's ground. I thought, this is an omen. It's got to be an omen. And at 2-0, I'm thinking, it is an omen. Then all of a sudden, we had a bit of a setback. But the last 10 minutes of that game just showed what a team we are at the minute. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. It's getting to the stage now where I can't even find words to describe what's happening this season. We are 10 points clear of the nearest team after 17 matches. This is Coventry City. Let's get used to this top of the table stuff. It's just fantastic. And the thing also here, I was on BBC CWR last night, and Lorna Bailey says, Claudia, what sort of a game do you think it'd be? And I went, I think it's going to be a bit cagey. After about 15 minutes, I was texting Vicky going, well, that's been thrown out the window. Absolutely marvellous display. And even if we hadn't got those 2 late goals, it was still it was a good display in a ground where, they don't give much away. The commentators were saying they've let in one game the amount of goals they've let in at home all season. That's how prolific we are, And I've said it at the weekends, you keep putting balls into the box, someone eventually is going to get a head onto it. And that's what's happening. We are getting everything. Had it not been for a mishap by Bobby Thomas, who sometimes Bobby Thomas, he's either Bobby Moore or he's Dudley Moore, isn't he? You never know what you're going to get with Bobby sometimes. But he was very good. Liam Kitchen, my Panini sticker, the first one out of the box. For me, I know some people say Ellis Sims man of the match, and yes, what a contender, because I've said it already. When he starts, he scores. That's 6 in 5 now. And his goal record from starting the match is pretty good. It's almost 1 in 2. But Liam Kitchen, for me, was a standout defender and scored 2 great headers. Well, a header and a fantastic finish at the end there. Shall I catch my breath? Just absolutely marvellous. It's just fantastic. And for people who travelled up there, even better. I just cannot believe what's happening. In my lifetime, I have not experienced anything like this. And it's end of. I don't even compare it to... you can only possibly compare it to the 60s when we actually went up into the old First Division. But in terms of sheer brilliance, it's just marvellous, isn't it? Absolutely marvellous. Did you want to read some comments out, Jack, before we get your views?
Yeah, let's do it. Well, just before I read some comments out, just have a look at this. I'll take the comments off stage. We're 10 points clear. What is going on? 10 points clear of second and now third Middlesbrough. We are 14 points clear of being safe in the playoffs. That's 5 matches we'd have to lose minimum to fall out the playoffs. And 16 points clear of Leicester. Mind the gap,
And also, people keep saying, who have you played? Well, we are, as Miles says, we're top of the league.
We've played the top 2 teams away from home.
And won both.
What can we not do this season? Simply, where do our capabilities run out? We're yet to see it. We are yet to see it.
You're top of the league. Right.
Gav Stilagron, good evening. Oh, what an evening. Fordy says, great performance against the 12 men of Middlesbrough. Sims, Kitchen were brilliant. Radoni, game changer. Concern is 1 clean sheet in 7. Sort that out. We will be unstoppable. I'm not concerned because we'll just score 5. Derby scored 3, we scored 5. Middlesbrough scored 2, but we scored 4. I don't care. West Brom went 2-0 up. It doesn't matter. We won 3-2. Come on. Sims' best game for us. Yeah, absolutely. Shame we've lost BTA. I don't care. Sims is in form now. We had Hadji for the first bit of the season. Then we've had BTA. Now it's Sims. Sims all the way till March. Come on. Anyone will score. I don't get bloody Kitchen's getting involved.
No swearing, no swearing. Don't bring the side down now. Come on, calm down.
We scored 5 goals, says Gav Stilagron. Yeah, we even got them back in the game for them, didn't we? And it still wasn't enough. What a performance by all the players. Best win of the season, says Ellis James. What a win. I'm numb. It's happening, guys, says Offer of Mercia. Fair play, Sims, his best game for the City, says Pompey Lil. And Cooley just goes, way! Mark Light, unbelievable, in shock. Ryan Matthew J, the game changed when Rudy came on. Chrissy says, I'm absolutely buzzing. Frank Lampard is a genius. We've now scored the same number of goals as Stoke and Middlesbrough combined. Top one deck, 10 clear. Keep believing, says Will King. Ellis James, I was raging at 2-2, but the boys came up with the goods yet again. And Sims, the best game I've seen, says Ryan. Wow, just wow. Sims' first goal was a piece. Absolutely buzzing. We've scored more at the Riverside than anyone else at home. Clinical. Sims cracking this season. Starts over Hadji, in my opinion, even before this game. Hadji injury or not. His touch is horrific and his composure is not traditional, but he does the job when he has momentum. The Kissum says, kitchen man of the match. Wayne Littlewood is impressed for a change. Brilliant. Will King, what a time to be alive. Dave Sports Photos, happy to say Sims was fantastic. I'm sure you'll get someone saying, where are all the Sims haters? No one hates him. We were right to criticise him.
Right. I'll stop you there now, Jack.
And breathe.
And breathe. Victoria, this is your moment to shine. Because it's been mentioned before, and I said it last night on CWR, that when he starts, he scores. He's got a really good record when he starts a match. It's just that most of his performances are off the bench with 10 minutes left. And in a lot of games, we'd won the match. That we didn't actually push forward. But there's something about him, isn't there, at the minute? Definitely.
Yeah, there's definitely, because I said to you when we were messaging earlier about it, I mean, he definitely has always been a player that plays better starting, and also when he gets regular games, like all his best spells of form have been starting, playing a few games in a row, best form. But this season, he seems to have added the the times he's come on off the bench, he actually has made an impact, hasn't he? Like he's been able to add something, an extra dimension, and so there's something. I mean, but it's a whole squad, isn't it? There's just something in the water. Like every player has just found extra levels that, like, I'm not sure that we thought some of them we even had, but it's just I don't even know what's going on in the world anymore. Like, this is just crazy times.
But I think, Jack, what's happened is when Frank came in, and he alluded to it straight away, that they had to work with the players to get them fitter. We're going to celebrate Frank on Thursday. He's been here a year, basically. And we were shocked at that, because we were being told these players were really fit when he came in. And they've worked on these players to get them fitter and fitter. And you saw that in the last 10 minutes. When they went 2-2, we made a couple of changes. And I was thinking, oh, what's going to happen now? And I was actually thinking, you know what? We're in the ascendancy again here. They look like they ran out of legs. The last 10, 15 minutes was terrific by us.
Yeah, we were both there, Claudio, in that elusive press conference that Doug King called when he sacked Mark Robins. And he said, Dr. Claire Marie Roberts has done an unbelievable job. These players are fitter than they have ever been. Well, you know what? They're fitter by leaps and bounds compared to where they were when we sacked Mark Robins. I trust him when he said that they were the fittest they'd ever been, but they still weren't fit enough. And now we are the fittest team going. Jay De Silva has played 90 minutes today and Saturday, following playing 2 lots of 90 minutes for Wales the week before. So, we can maybe forgive his poor start to both games against West Brom and this one, because by the end of it, he's the man furthest up the pitch putting the cross in for our 4th goal. So, we can forgive these slight discrepancies and slight issues players have when they're going to go for 95 to 100 minutes every game and still be performing at the top level at the end of that 100 minutes. So, yeah, you're absolutely right with the fitness.
And we've also said we are going to outscore teams, aren't we, Vicky? That's the whole key here.
Yeah. Well, because Middlesbrough started brightly, didn't they? They came out. They obviously knew that they needed to take the game to us. And their crowd were like loud, weren't they, behind them? And you're thinking, but I was sat there thinking, I still feel like we're going to score first. I don't, and I still feel we'll score enough. It doesn't really matter. So in the olden days, I'd have been feeling like nervous that they were starting well, and would we get into the game? But I was sat there thinking, well, they're giving it a go, but I still feel like we're going to score and win. And it's just, it's a whole different mindset, isn't it? And like you said, that's different for us as fans because, I mean, me and Jackie even weren't around in the 60s, were we? So we don't even have that to compare it to. We've got no benchmark to this at all. It's just crazy.
That's true. That's true. We'll talk about the first goal, Jack. I'll let you talk about it because no doubt Vicky will over-exaggerate the fantastic finish of Ellis.
Well, it's just unbelievable, wasn't it? We were really under the cosh for 5 minutes, and I think there was a few of us in group chats that we're in, Claudio, would go in, what's going on here? You know, this is why that they're second in the league. You can see it within 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, Torp makes an absolutely unbelievable run, plays in Ellis, and I'm thinking, oh, Sante's in the box here. Doesn't need a Sante. He buries it in the top corner. It gave me a little bit like Huddersfield away a year and a half ago, which was the game after Wolves, actually, when Sims took it down the wing, turned and just belted it top corner. It was a first-time finish. He didn't trap it, set himself on the inside. The ball just came to him. He just went bang in the top bin. You know, we didn't think Hadji would have had that in him. If anyone other than Torp would have done that, I mean, even for Torp to do something like that would have been unbelievable. But for Sims to do it, who we have criticised, whether rightly or wrongly, has just shut us all up, hasn't he? Unbelievable finish. First time as well. I still can't get over it now.
The thing is, Jack, he deserved his chance because, you know, we know Hadji Wright had been misfiring for 4 games. I mentioned that on the radio last night and they looked at me a bit gone out. I says, you know, well, he has. He's done nothing. He hasn't had a shot on target. And I was thinking, in that game alone, he's had more shots on target than I think Hadji's had in 8 matches, the 8 previous games he's played in. Because Ellis, basically, Vicky, could have easily had 3 or 4 tonight, couldn't he?
Yeah. That one at the beginning of the second half, I really thought, that was a bit disappointed with that one. Yeah, good save. But yeah, I really thought that was going to be a start in the second half with a nice little goal to just take a bit of pressure off.
I didn't think Jack described the goal well enough, Vicky. Just how good a goal was it in your eyes?
Well, the man on Sky said it was Henry-esque, so I quite like that as a quote.
Yeah, it was. And he said it was a world class. He said if that had been in the top league, they'd be talking about a world class finish.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful goal, beautifully taken. And then I've only just managed to sit down and have a sip of my cappuccino. Finish celebrating.
Prawn sandwich.
I mean, prawn sandwich, because obviously I'm not in the box. I had to make my own prawn sandwich. Doesn't taste as good. But it's funny, I had a fish pie tonight. That's the closest thing. I made it myself, though. Anyway, what a goal that was. Matt Grimes, the control, Vicky, with that volley across the box. And here he steps up. My man, my Panini sticker of the day, Liam Kitchen gets his bonce on it. It's absolutely fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was brilliant by Grimes, wasn't it? I mean, because a few times the ball goes back to him for recycling from corners, and sometimes he doesn't get that right, but that was quality. And then, I mean, Kitchen just had to get the right touch on it, didn't he, to fire it in, and the goalkeeper had no chance. Like you said, I mean, I was just about recovering from the Sims goal because obviously I was partying hard over the Sims goal, and now just about to settle down, and then Kitchen like banging it in, and yeah, happy days.
Now we had to endure a bit of suffering. I think a lot of the foreign managers are always referring to when you're under pressure as being you're suffering. We had to suffer a lot tonight, and I think we did in long periods of that game where we had to try and keep them at bay. And I suppose when you are under pressure, eventually you're letting goals that are a bit soft because you get ricochets. It's going to happen. I was a tad disappointed though, Jack, with the first goal because we didn't really react well, did we, down that left-hand side again? And I think this time it wasn't even De Silva; it was Milan out there, I think.
I'll be honest, that who was out there is a little bit of a blur right now. But yeah, it wasn't helping down the right-hand side. I was keeping a tally. We were caught out on the left-hand side 7 times tonight and only 3 on the right-hand side. So yeah, it's again that left-hand side which seems to be an area of worry right now. Like I say, maybe the fact that Jay's putting in an assist in the 95th minute can make up for that. But that's still a worry area. That and set pieces, which were the 2 goals conceded tonight, ironically. Yeah, all right. The second one was our own creation by a bit of bad luck, but the first one, I think, yeah, not dealt with down that left-hand side, like you say, flicked back away from goal by the Middlesbrough player, and a good finish to an unmarked man, which again is another slight concern if no one's picking their number 10 or whatever you want to call him, attacking floating midfielder up in the box. That's another little bit of a worry, but we bounced back, didn't we? Hopefully Frank will still be looking to iron out those issues, especially given our run in the next few weeks.
I find it was ironic that I was listening to quite a few Borough podcasts just to get a feel, and they've all predicted they were going to get beaten. So, I mean, fair play to these people who they just thought it'd be this kind of a game, actually. But the one player they were slating was Morgan Whittaker, and he scored. It was a great goal. I thought typical. The player that said he'd been absolute pants all season scores a really good goal. Do some comments. We'll talk about the second half in a second. There's loads of comments. Read them all out.
Credit Sims tonight, says Wayne Littlewood. Wow, that's I'm shocked, Wayne, but yeah, you're right. We're winning the league, says the Kissam. Wow, says Salop. Obviously, manager of the year will probably go to Arteta if Arsenal win the league, but Frank has to be in with a chance. Yeah, why not? World-class save from Rushworth, what a keeper. Ironically, they scored from that corner. But he still had to save it, didn't he? I was a huge Sims critic, but he's proved me wrong. We are top of the league. Still buzzing, says Greg Brindle. I never thought I'd say this, but no wonder Sims was tied towards the end. His pockets were full of Middlesbrough centre-backs, says Comical Boxer. Eliseo Simeon, the new signing, was amazing. Hard-working, defending, holding the ball, and scoring a brace. Even did the MVE crowd fist pumps. Kitch, wow. Top of the league, 10 points clear. Ellis Sims bullies the back half and works his backside off. He worked so hard, deserved his brace. Vicky Grin has just got bigger. She stood firm and called it absolute knowledge. Salop says, we bow down to Vicky's better judgment. All hail the Vicky. Great birthday win for me. Happy birthday, Wayne Ghost.
Should be wanting a pay rise at this rate. Should be getting to the manager's office, having a word in Miles and Ken going, I want a bigger cut.
Ralph Wiggins says, Vic and me have been trying to tell you how good Sims is. Not just fitter, better as well, especially in midfield. Wow, says Rich T. It's games like this that make you champions. Borough were good, but it's all about goals. The TV commentator did not give us credit for going away, playing second in the league and beating them. How many will we score against Charlton? 10, 11 or 12? Well, Charlton have conceded 8 goals in the first half of their last 2 games, but none in the second half. So if we come out the traps like we did tonight, we will do them 11 or 12, won't we? Unbelievable wins to Steve Price. We weren't on it, but still scored 4 away at second in the league. Am I hallucinating? Ian Small, Vicky, your man is reborn. 4 magnificent goals. What a team, says Jane. Oh, there's hundreds of comments. They're coming in quicker than I'm reading them. Sims best match City shirt, says Gibber. I'm going quickly. What a flipping win. And that man is Vicky. Vicky is the best footballer in the flipping world. Me and Vicky have always said there's a player in Sims, says Chris Baker. I feel for Charlton on Saturday already, says Mark Lights. Frank's tactical change when our midfielder was getting overrun is magical. Mark Rainbow, I'm going to stand up for De Silva. They were overloading our left side. They had 3-on-2 with De Silva chasing shadows. I couldn't work out if we counteracted that in the second half or they changed things. Well, they changed their formation at half-time. We then went to a back 5 or a back 3 with wing-backs and then back to a 4-3-3. So I think we flummoxed them, in all honesty. What a game. I think Lampard has sat down with Sims and watched the Wolves FA Cup game and done some work getting back to that level. Was this on Sky in the UK? Watched it on the app. CWR commentary on there. I watched it on Sky Go tonight, so it was on there. Up the prawn sandwiches, says Just Max. Dave Sports Photos. He's gone from Lenny Henry to Thierry Henry. That's a great quote. I love that. We're going to score more goals than you. Mark Packman, what a fantastic win. Moments of brilliance. What a goal by Ellis. We're top of the league. BTA hamstring looks bad.
I don't know. I'm not sure it does. Because I think it's one of them precautionary ones. I think they just thought go off because he didn't really stretch it, did he? It was weird how he got it. So I'm hoping it's not that bad. But why risk it? EMC could come on. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think he was still not warming up, but stood up with the substitutes in the second half. So, realms of possibility. Headline is Kitchen Sink Borough. I like that.
Kitchen sink drama. Kitchen
Or-
sink drama.
There you go. Honestly, Lenny Emery to Thierry Henry is a good one as well.
Just say Liam Kitchen. There he is. My penny sticker. Not only that. Sakamoto in the same packet. Unbelievable. And also in the album itself, you get 6 free stickers. Bobby Thomas. Obviously, he's got to stay in the book now because of him messing about with that own goal. Carry on. Sorry, Jack. Just enjoying myself.
I'll just give you a couple of stats that I picked up from tonight. I messaged Claudia when it was 2-2. I said the last time we gave away a 2-goal lead was Stoke at home, and we won that game at 3-2 by a late goal from a defender. And the other one was I was wondering when we had 2 players that both scored a brace in the same game. And I thought, God, that must have been ages ago. It wasn't. It was QPR, and it was 3 players scored a brace in the same game. That was Haji Wright, Jack Radoni, and Victor Torp. So, just brilliant. So we were up against it all night. Great result. Looked like we were going to score every time we went forward. Take your hat off, Sims. You are becoming the player I thought you would be. Call yourself Italian in the evening, cappuccino after drinking.
Well, look. You know, I'm British-sized. I was born here, but you know.
Keep your eyes on Ipswich, says Martin Todd. They're on the rise. So is Southampton, but we're miles clear. Look. Where are Ipswich are 4th? We're 13 points clear of Ipswich. We're 16 points clear of Southampton, and we're 16 points clear of Leicester. And they're the 3 parachute teams. The 4th parachute team, where are they? They are 22nd.
And they lose again, didn't they?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't care. We won and we're 10 points clear. I didn't even look at the others.
No, I think Leicester were getting battered by Southampton, weren't they?
Yeah,
they were losing at half time. I don't know what the final score was, but yeah, half time they were losing about 2-0, I think.
Jack Radoni made such a difference after coming on. Again, how good will we be when he's fit? Well, there you go. If you're worried about who's going to play on Saturday with Brandon Thomas Asante picking up that injury, well, Efron's the obvious one on the left, but Radoni's still back to come in, isn't he? Soon. So we have their engines running. Sorry, last couple, Claudio. They're 2 teams outside of us who can make an impact on this season, and we play both of them in the next couple of weeks. So that will be a big tell. I do agree with you, Wayne. While we had the best of the first half, the buzz in the ground felt like they were coming back. Tommy Conway, let's move on to the second half. I just want to say, Tommy Conway, thank you very much. We really appreciate you. Brilliant.
We scored 4 anyway, so it doesn't matter if you'd have scored that. So start the second half. And to be honest, Ellis probably should have put us further ahead at the start of that second half. He did have that chance, didn't he? Which he hit it well. The keeper saved it. Then Carl Rushworth then makes a great... The thing is, don't make a great save, Carl Rushworth, because immediately after we let a goal in, because he did the same in the second half. So the corner comes over. I felt sorry for Bobby. It's one of those where he just got his feet wrong, didn't he? And somehow he looked forward and kicked it backwards. It's a neat trick to have, really. And I've said it before, dangerous in both boxes, although some other podcasters tried to nick that off me, but anyway, I'll let them off. But yeah.
What was it you said, Vicky, off air about that one?
That he looked like he was distracted about what he was going to do for his Christmas shopping. He'd got his mind elsewhere.
But in some ways, it felt like it was going to happen because they had put pressure on us. And if the roles were reversed and we were playing at home, and even though we've gone like we did on Saturday, went 2 goals behind, your team's second in the table, you're going to expect they're going to come onto you and have a go. They're no mugs, Middlesbrough. They've got a good squad of players there. So I wasn't surprised. It was all down to us and our resilience. And I did feel our ball retention was poor at times tonight. And I did feel the clearances weren't great either. Now, I don't know what was happening, whether or not the change at halftime put an extra man in midfield, but we did see him overrun. I don't know what you guys thought. What did you think, Vicky?
Yeah, no, I did. I thought then me and Jack were just briefly talking off air about then midfield became an issue for a large chunk of the second half, and then when he took Eccles off and brought Kesa Hayden on, obviously that was to try something, but I felt that actually just made midfield even more vulnerable. And we definitely had a phase there when I'm thinking if 2-2 out, this would be a good result because we're under a lot of pressure. But then I mean, I guess that's what we've got. We've got options, and so he brings on Alan and Rodoni. It just sorts out the shape again, and then it was all us, wasn't it? But yeah, I definitely think there were shifts through that game, and we definitely lost the midfield for a spell of that, which was giving us trouble.
Well, Jack messaged me. He said, "What formation we're playing?" And I messaged back, all over the place is the formation we're playing at the minute, because I couldn't work out who was where. And the commentator called it. He said, "It looks like Coventry are trying to get used to this formation." And then once they settled, we did take over the game again. I thought the last 15, 20 minutes, you could see we're in the ascendancy. That's a good word, Jack.
Yeah.
Well, we reverted to a 4-3-3 when Rodoni came on. So we sort of went for a back five with Milan playing the right centre back. And then when Rodoni came on for Saka, that pushed Kessler Hayden to the right wing, conventional 4-3-3, Rodoni back in the 10. And that, I think we did the back five to try something different. Whether it was the personnel or just the moment, it didn't work. And Frank just went, let's go back to the 4-3-3. And I think that just flummoxed Middlesbrough, to be honest. And they went, hey, up, what's going on here? And that was it. We obviously got the 2 goals. So Frank, tactical genius, even when he's making mistakes.
Well, on 66 minutes, we had the Thomas header, which he didn't really get hold of. And there was the one where him and Kitchen ran into each other as well. So it felt like there was a chance, there was a chance here that we could get our noses in front. And then, of course, as you mentioned, the guy, was that the guy they signed from Bristol City? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Conway. I think he is, isn't he?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, he fluffed it completely, didn't he, really? It was easier to score, Vicky, wasn't it?
Yeah, I could have scored that, to be honest. I'd score better goals than that when I was at school. I'm not sure I can still do it now, but back in the day. But yeah, it was easier to score. I've no idea. But it's things like that. It's things like that when you're thinking this is our evening, because that should have been a goal for them. They go 3-2 up. It's hard. And then we might have got a draw. Would we have got a win if we'd have had to come from 3 down? You don't know. But it's also just marches, isn't it? And it just swings away from them again then to us. And I think one of our strengths this season is our ability to get goals quickly together. Like, quite often we've got these little pockets of 2. So we just go bang, bang, couple of goals, just turn the game. And we did that again, didn't we? The goals were close together, and that just flummoxes oppositions. Yeah,
and I think if that had been us the other way around, when you miss a chance like that can really deflate you as a team, because you're thinking that's the winner there. We fluffed it, and we really took hold of the game then, Jack, I think.
I think in seasons gone by, our heads would have dropped at missing like that, and clearly Tommy Conway and Middlesbrough's did. I think this season we missed that chance, and we go, it's all right, we'll make 4 more. Don't worry about it. Like the one minute into the second half that Sims hit fairly well. Keeper made a decent save. And, a couple of games ago, maybe even 5 games ago, we'd be, Ellis, you've got to be burying that. I don't think anyone whinged about it in group chats that I'm in. They just sort of went, should have been 3-1 up there. Oh, well. He got another goal. He got the other chances and scored one. So I feel like at the moment, we won't let our heads drop from missed chances. Obviously, Eccles had that header just before half-time. Saka took one off Torp's toes and turned and put it wide. But no one's heads dropped. We just felt like we were going to get more chances. And then Middlesbrough dropped, and that was the turning point for me. If Conway buries that, God knows what happens to the rest of that game. But we just went, cool. They deflated. We took the game. It was there to be taken by either team. They missed their chance. We took ours, and with some more, really.
And of course, with Charlton coming, that's an ideal game for Rodoni to start, I think, and give him, say, 60 minutes. Because surely we can put them away quite easily. You'd like to think, wouldn't you? I say comfortably. And that's a chance for him to get minutes under his belt, because when he comes on, Vicky, he just looks like such a nice player to have on the pitch.
Sorry, I got distracted by a comment in the chat. Can I just bring it up quickly?
Go on then.
Because I think he did. That made me laugh during the game, and I've just seen that comment. It made me laugh again.
I
actually thought it was nice that he actually did. That's the first time he did a bit of a celebration. Right, if I get off now, There we go. But sorry, say again, Claudio. Sorry.
I said we got Charlton on Saturday. That gives a real good chance for, I think, Rodoni to start actually and get get some minutes, proper minutes under his belt. And again, that should be a lot more comfortable than the last couple of matches we've had. And also, so when he came on, he just looked so good, didn't he, on the ball already? You can see the difference.
I think even just the difference from Saturday, like you could just tell he looked a bit sharper in everything he did tonight than he did on Saturday, and so just another 60 minutes on Saturday is ideal, isn't it? And I think you're right, that's a good opposition to be playing. It's a game that we should have decent control then. I mean, at home as well, so a nice home game against a team that we should be putting away. I mean, if we're top of the table and we've got serious ambitions of getting promoted, a team like Charlton, with no disrespect to them, is a team that we should be putting away without too much difficulty. And so like that's a perfect game for Jack to get a nice 60 minutes. And you forget, don't you, when he's not been around for a while, just the sort of class he's got on the ball and just some of the little things he can do. And it's a pleasure to watch, isn't it?
So, Jack, more comments, I think.
Yes, Mostly Lover Music says, unless we mess up against Charlton, then Lampard is manager of the month again in November. Back to back would be very good. Trevor Merriman, simply sensational. That's a good one as well. Getting some good ones in the comments tonight. Keep them coming.
Simply sensational.
Borough fan here, Sol Wright. I thought we played better than you guys, but you were just a lot more clinical.
I think they're right in some respects.
Yeah, I think Borough had the better of the game for more than we did. We had the better moments. They had more possession, more time, and just couldn't amount to enough, clearly. We did enough. When you look at the big picture, somehow things just fell into place. Ellis on fire. Eccles is both forward-thinking and defensive. We lose BTA, but Rudy is back. Another 12 points and we're safe. It's not even Christmas. It's not even December, Mark. And we're not far from being safe. Yes, we are top of the league. And yes, we are having a laugh, says Christy. BTA was walking about after the game. Well, that's a good sign and a cautious substitute, says Onyx Freight. Good to see Rodoni back. Game turn when he came on. 9 wins from 10. Mark Rainbow. No, you're wrong, Mark. That's actually 10 wins out of 11. It's the first time in our history we've done 10 wins out of 11. I read that earlier on. Don't forget, we scored 5 goals tonight. Sorry, Bobby. You'll be the playground, Claudio. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Southampton won 3-0. Yeah. Dawn Cook, where were all the Sims fans when Vicky was on about a limb on her own, eh? Told you Vicky's usually always right.
All right, Dawn.
There you go. Dawn. Vicky, you've got number 1 fan.
It's not a good look to gloat.
I'm not gloating. I'm just happy.
Dawn's gloating on your behalf.
Yeah. Uncle Jonga says, don't forget Ipswich play Blackburn again when they really should have lost that game, being 1-0 down and down to 10 men. And they play it midweek before we go there. So hopefully they're knackered from travelling to Blackburn on a Wednesday
night. I really
night.
don't care about Ipswich or anybody else at the minute. Why are we bothered about a team of miles behind us at the minute? Don't worry about Ipswich.
In that case, Claudio, we shouldn't be bothered about any team because every team are miles behind us.
Yeah, exactly. Just...
The parachute teams might be on the rise, but they aren't catching us up, says Mark Rainbow. Leicester have points to be deducted this week. Well, that would be even funnier when the gap is even bigger. Rich T, 50 years of supporting the Sky Blues. This is the best feeling I can remember. Up there, if not better than 87. Rob Gurney said he spoke to BTA on the touchline, says it was a tight hamstring, hopefully not a bad one. He had a big smile on his face. He did on the cameras even when he was being subbed off. He wasn't in pain. He was just saying that's a hamstring and off he went. Tommy Conway's Sky Blue Army says not sure.
You remember, it was cold.
James.
Sorry, it was cold up there as well. So when you got something like that, you got to come off with a muscle injury. You can't risk it.
Yeah.
What a team we are. Too good for this division. We're Coventry City, and this is what we do this season. We put teams to the sword.
Ooh, talk from Nicholas James.
But we've not played any of the top teams, better teams at the top. If I hear that again, yeah, you've said enough there, Salup.
Yeah.
There you go. 10 wins out of 11, another record broken. Borough hadn't lost at home in 13 games, but it wasn't Borough's home, is it? It's our home. I made the joke that we've had 7 home grounds. It's Highfield Road, the Rico /CBS, Sixfields, St Andrews, Burton Albion, I can't remember what it's called, Wembley, and the Riverside. That's 7 home grounds we've got. Doesn't matter where we play, we'll beat you, unless it's Wales, of course. Agree with Claudio, they played very well, brought the game to us. At one point, we had under 30% at one point when I saw. I knew we wanted it more. This season, we will beat Preston, says James Ollioak.
I might go to
that. No! Stop the man at all costs. What a blessing that Hadji is out injured. Cov used to follow a good couple of results with a bad one. Might take Bamford now. We're down to 1 striker. No, I still wouldn't. He would be injured as well. He'd be on that list. Only the resurgent Ipswich and Southampton could stop us now. Big 3 games in December. Not sure about Dan Fox's replacement for Oggy. The COCOM needs to know when to keep quiet. He was chatting all over Rob's commentary. Come back, Oggy. I didn't listen to it. I had Sky Sports.
He's just off. He's got a week off.
Oh, there you go. Annual leave. Frank Lampard is proving all his critics wrong. Well done, Doug. You were so right. Oggy's on holiday, says James Ollioak. There you go. I don't think Hadji scores 2 in that game. I was a Sims doubter too, but fair play.
I think we have to hold back on the Doug was right until it actually happens. I'll go as far as that. That's what I'm saying.
Possession and dangerous Middlesbrough looked. Their goals were so scrappy. We are so clinical. That's the difference. There's your funky chicken comment. 20 chances away from home at Borough. Feel like I'm living in a parallel universe. I told you we were at home. We're the home team when it's at the Riverside. Webby's World, #1 fan in sunny Tenerife. Ellis was man of the match, according to user. I don't think that's a real name. I don't think we can underestimate the performance of Rushworth. Exceptional save, says Pagagon. Yes, and there was nothing he was going to do about either goal tonight. So, Coventry continue to be Middlesbrough's bogey team. The funky chicken is an instant classic, says Brad's talk. Sims was just awesome. I'm just trying to skim through these now. James up at 3:30 a.m. to watch from Perth. Won't be sleeping, too excited. Well done, everyone. Love to Adi Vivash. We were singing his name after the full-time whistle, I heard, which is nice to hear. Good chat, guys. You work well as a team. Thank you very much, Pompey Lil. Appreciate it. Bobby Thomas or Taps November EFL Player of the Month. Really? Bobby? Are you sure? I think there's only one man that's getting Player of the Month, Claudia. Who do you think it is?
What's interesting, actually. Get me sticker.
Oh. There you go.
Actually, it could be Saka. Although I've got to say today, we didn't use him a lot, did we? Whether or not that was a ploy of Middlesbrough to stop us getting the ball out there, because we tend to look ineffective sometimes when Saka doesn't get much of the ball, and he wasn't on it a lot tonight, was he? You know, he was underused, I think, by us actually.
Yeah. And a few times he did get it. A few times he went back instead of like taking on. So yeah, we were a bit quiet from that side. He's been brilliant recently, hasn't he? So,
yeah. Unless he thought Ailing was going to stick him up in the air or something. So but it was this is just marvelous. It's there's a comment here which I thought was quite funny. I'm just being cautious, Corey. It says 46 games, 92 points from Frank Lampard. But we have to wait to say Doug was right, says Claudio. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in terms of, I want to say it when we go up.
We'll talk more about the first year, celebrate a year of Frank Lampard on Thursday. I think we're talking too much about Middlesbrough tonight. We don't have to talk about it on Thursday, do we?
No, not at all. I saw a comment there. Someone's been watching just woke up in China.
Yes, I did see that, and then I've lost it again. I'll have a quick browse.
So what happens now, Vicky? Because this is unprecedented for us. It's unprecedented for a lot of clubs to have this kind. When Reading got the record points, we are ahead of them at the minute. So what do we do now? It's just weird. Are we just expecting that we're going to win every game at the minute? Is that how it is now? It's a crazy situation to be in, isn't it?
Yeah. And the trouble is, I mean, for us especially, it is just really unprecedented. I mean, you get teams that have a degree of success regularly and probably a bit more used to this. But for us, I mean, we have to put up with so much over the years. This is just really I mean, people have said, I don't know, parallel universe, what's going on, all this sort of stuff. It's just because it's just crazy. But I think that's it, is that we just keep on going. And at the minute, you feel like, are we going to lose a game? And you go into every game, home or away, regardless of who it is, feeling like you can win that game. And so while that's carrying on, why can't we? And the longer it goes on, I think the more the confidence builds here, and the more other teams just get nervous. And I think I haven't seen anybody that we've played yet that you're thinking we can't beat the game when we play them in the second fixture. Like there's we could on our day we could beat anybody in this league, and so there's absolutely no reason I think why we can't just keep it going and go up as champions. I was having a chat on Facebook with Wayne yesterday because he was saying that if we beat Preston, on week on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever that is, that we'll be going up because that's like the hoodoo, and if we actually do it, this will be the year, blah blah blah. I said that if we're still top come New Year's Day after this run of fixtures, because I think this is probably quite a telling part of the season now, like starting from tonight against Middlesbrough, Ipswich twice, Southampton, all those games. If we're still top New Year's Day, we're going up as champions. I genuinely believe that if we've got through this little tricky run and we're top, we're going up as champions. I really believe that. I pretty much believe it now, but we're just going to get through this, and that'll be it.
You look at Saturday. I know we came back against 10 men, but we were losing at the time when they had 10 men. They could have seen it out. Last night, you saw a very average Everton team keep Man United at bay for 60-odd minutes with 10 men. It's not that easy as people expected, but we had to take the game by the scruff of the neck, a bit like the last 10, 15 minutes today, where we just put the ball down and went, right, we're going to get back into this game now. Not in 15 minutes' time. We're going to do it now. And for 10 minutes, we absolutely blitzed the Albion and did what we had to do to get in front and win the game. And then we kind of, the last half an hour was a bit boring, wasn't it, really? Because we just saw the game out. We just did what we had to do, sorted. Tonight, at 2-2, we could have folded. You know, it could have gone the other way, but no, they put the ball down again and went, right, lads, let's up this game. And I don't know if you read out Reece Small's comments. Have you read this one?
I haven't quite got there, but great in-game management by Lampard going to a back three, took the momentum away from Borough's wide men, got back control and showed another way to win. That's the Sims I want to see. Yeah, absolutely. We mentioned that going to that back five and then going back to the 4-3-3, flummox them and hit them hard.
Yeah, so that victory is exceptional. And I know we were under the cosh for a lot of it, but that's how you win championships. That's how you win games. You're not going to win every game by free-throwing football in the championship. It ain't going to happen. You know, even Leeds last season and Burnley, look away, Burnley beat us. We gave them the game in the end. Even the away game, you know, if EMC's chance, debatable offside, which would have been an equaliser, I believe, it's a game changer. There wasn't much in it, you know, so I think it is a very, very, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant tonight. There's no other way to describe it. And
you're right, only kind of, because there's a few games this season where we've like the Derby away game. That's another one. There's games this season where we've just gone, right, we're going to get a result here, no matter what, and that's what like title winning teams do. And like you said, like with Leeds and Burnley, sometimes you used to watch them and think, how are they winning this game? But they just did, didn't they? Like, we got an intruder.
No, can I just say, Ken? Last time this happened, we went off air.
Oh,
yeah,
it wasn't me.
So don't press anything.
Right, Ken,
I haven't pressed anything.
Give us your brief 2-minute overview of the game. We'll do more comments. We'll have to wrap up.
Absolutely.
Did you watch
fantastic. It? I was watching it in the pub. I've just got back from the pub.
I can smell it from here, the ale.
No, I didn't have to. I've got to get up. I'm on early. That's why.
Have you got one of these, Ken? Liam Kitchen panini sticker that I got tonight, straight out of the packet.
No,
followed by Middlesbrough's ground, followed by Sakamoto. It was in the cards. It was in the cards, and I put it on Facebook. It's a sign.
Claudio,
what were you feeling when it got back to 2-2 when that horrible own goal went in?
Well, no, I was disappointed because I thought we had a 2-goal lead, but I didn't think we'd lose. I just knew it'd be a struggle for the next 45 minutes.
Yeah,
you know, and I think in the games we've played in all season, when we have struggled, somehow we've found a way of winning. And the only reason we've lost one game, because I went to it, obviously, at Wrexham, was the fact
Yes.
it's not the proper defence. It wasn't, we had too many players in
Well,
there who wouldn't normally start.
We looked dangerous. Every time we got the ball and went forward, we looked dangerous, didn't we? I thought.
Oh.
I just thought we could score every time we went forward. And I think Lampard, the turning point for me was when obviously he made them changes. He brought Alan on, Rodoni on, and it gave us more control because we started to lose control of the ball in the midfield, didn't we? And then we got back. We got back in the game. That was the turning point for me because we looked dangerous from then on. And it was brilliant. Just tonight, I think everybody would have accepted a draw tonight, wouldn't they? Would have all been happy with a draw. But it was a topsy-turvy game when it 2-0 up and then 2-2, and then to come away with the 3 points is brilliant.
You don't sound happy enough for me, Ken. You can't come on in.
No.
I'm happy.
Stop bringing us down.
I've got a sore throat because I've been shouting in the pub. It's very rare for me to watch a live game. I don't watch the live game very often in the pub. I'm normally there, to be honest. It's not very often I watch them live on telly.
But yes, I mean, for all, not one of the five of us to be there is unusual, to be honest.
It is
for an
unusual,
away.
yeah. And it's only because I'm on early, so I've got to get up early tomorrow morning. So that's why.
Well, I'm banned, so that's why I'm not allowed to go.
And I'm going to Preston in a couple of weeks as well, so that I can't have too much time off work. So
I just asked Vicky, what do we do now, Ken? Because we've got a 10-point lead. How do we deal with this now? Because we can't get complacent, can we?
No, you can't. No, and look, we've got Charlton on Saturday, and everybody thinks that'll be an easy game, but it won't be. They'll make it difficult. They've lost again tonight, haven't they? So it'll be a difficult game again, and we got to just take every game as it comes, one game at a time, and that's it. Simple as that. And I'm quietly confident if we get to Christmas and we're still top, then you've played everybody once, haven't you? Then, so you've got a good idea of the teams, everybody. Then we play. You can't say we haven't played everybody. We've got Ipswich and Southampton coming up, haven't we? So there'll be two big tests, wouldn't they? For I think.
Possibly.
But I'm confident. I really am. I'm really confident that we can stay there. We can. He needs to bring a couple of new bodies in, obviously, in January as well. So Doug has to back Frank in January, and because obviously we've got a few injuries tonight, didn't we? With Thomas Asante went off injured. We don't know how bad that is, do we? Have we heard? No.
He's walking around at the end, apparently. The thing is, though, we can worry about that in January and see where we are, because the thing is, whoever he brings in now, we need to be, depending, we could be 15 points clear the way things are going. If that's the case, you're looking at the Premier League and you're looking to sign people. You want to be playing in the Premier League, not just to get you over the line, sort of thing. But knowing Doug, he'll want players with a bit of value as well. He's not going to buy pit players at the end of their career. You won't be getting what's his name, Barkley coming in, people like that.
No. And look, you can't drop Ellis Sims, can you, Vicky? Fantastic again tonight. Adji, he's got to be on the bench. Simple as that. He can't come straight back into the team.
It's what's good actually, because when they interviewed Sims on Sky on Saturday after the West Brom game about him getting his chance and coming in, and he was very humble about the whole situation, and also really just talking about the ethos of the team, that they're all driving each other to be better. And at the minute, he's raised his game, so now it's up to Hadji to do the same. And if they keep on doing that, if all of them do that all season, just keep on raising their game and pushing their players that are in competition for the same spots to be better, it's good, isn't it, for the whole team? They're all just driving each other to be the best versions of themselves, and that's great for us, isn't it? So that's what Hadji have to do now. He's gonna have to raise his game to match what Ellis has shown over the last couple of games, and
Absolutely, because he was tremendous again tonight. He won most of the balls in the air that got, and he was. I mean, that first goal, he passed it in the net, didn't he? He passed it.
It was lovely. It was lovely. It was a lovely goal. So we're gonna wrap it up now. I know there's loads more comments, but please come and watch us on Thursday, where we're just gonna wallow in the beauty of being 10 points clear at the top of the table. that Blues fan is going to get it again tomorrow at work. He's fed up of me as I walk past his bench going, top of the league. That's all I say to him all day. He starts laughing now. So, and it's just absolutely wonderful. Vicky, quickly, man of the match for you?
I'm going to have to go Sims on. The Kitchen is a worthy contender, but I'm going to have to go Sims.
You, Ken, man of the match?
Me, Ellis Sims, without a doubt.
Well, I'm going to go for my Panini sticker. There he is. Liam Kitchen. Absolutely wonderful.
Right place at the right time, weren't he?
And the thing is, the way they celebrated that third goal, it was just incredible. And you just know it means something to these fellas. And it's just wonderful for our fans who've made the trip yet again. Loud and proud all game. For all those people saying people are just buying tickets for the points, absolute nonsense. That looked like a packed end to me.
It was.
Fair play to all those girls and boys who made the trip. Absolutely fantastic support. They deserve it. We deserve it. Frank deserves it. And I'll tell you who else deserves it is Doug King, because what he's done since he's come in is extraordinary, I think. And as soon as he gave me a congratulations for my history podcast, by the way, a new episode's out now, I thought he definitely deserves a massive handshake because in the space of time he's been here and with the signing of Frank Lampard, it's totally transformed this past year. It's been absolutely marvellous. Please come back on Thursday. Miles will be hosting. We'll be celebrating Frank Lampard's year. And it's amazing, isn't it? It's just absolutely fantastic. We are top of the league and we are walking the league at the minute. We're absolutely walking it at the minute. 17 games, that's what we've played. It's ridiculous. Oh, you'd expect 10 points at the end of the season, not after 17 matches. That's how mad it is. Right, good night all. Play up Sky Blues.
Good night.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.